Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of My World Tanks Replays. Today we have some more FCM 50t action on Himmelsdorf. At least starting out on Himmelsdorf, this will be 3 replays of some very good games I recently have had in my FCM. So yeah, I already did a full review on this tank, and like I said, I very much enjoy this, and when played right, it is quite a nasty tank with a nasty gun. So we're gonna go up the hill here, like the Jag Tiger Pass first. Actually, we're gonna give him a boost because I know how slow that thing is, and I have some horsepower to spare. So I'll just push him up. It says thank you. Doing stuff like this can be very, very helpful sometimes because tanks like the Jag Tiger are very impactful on the battle. They just need to get there. So if you're in a tank that's massive, a lot of horsepower like this, you've got plenty of horsepower to spare, just help get your nice heavy tank destroyers up to the front line. Now, if you're in something like an ELC and you think you're helping by trying to push a TOG, it's just not going to happen. So we took out their ELC there. Going to pop around the corner, maybe throw a shot into this IS-3's front. Fortunately, we hit as we retreat. I'd like to get a shot into this IS-3. There we go. Right into the pike nose. Plenty of penetration to go through his armor. That one bounces. Either a low pen roll or just wasn't the greatest aim shot in general, so we're going to just charge right through here because it seems the enemy team has sent almost nothing to the top of the hill. So I'm going to throw a shot into the corner there, ram him in a little side swipe, try to finish him off, but I hit the back of the turret. That's a little unfortunate. But we're going to mobilize and go down here. So, using our nice speed, getting up to pretty high numbers there coming around the corner, we are going to wrap back around to the tank alley and see what we can shoot at. Throw a shot into that RMH Waffenträger. I do a lot of aim down sight shots on the move here, and it seemed to work pretty well. And ramming something like a Waffenträger with this vehicle is always so fun. I missed that time, but it seems that when you are actually completely zoomed in, you do have a smaller aiming circle when moving, so I was just trying that out. It's not always the greatest idea because if you go over a bump, you're pretty much screwed unless you use the dynamic camera, which I really do not like. There's a Luke's, and this is what always happens to me every single time in the FCM. I try to ram something small, and they track me. Happens every time. I have no idea why. SU-122 accidentally hits me. That's okay, because he only tracked me. And we do get that Luke's, but it would have been so much sweeter to just have rammed him out of the game. I have no idea why my gun fired there, but it did. And we're going to come around here and just finish up what's left. Should be pretty easy pickings at this point. We're completely behind the enemy. Might as well take a gun out of the game. Take the KV-1S first. Then lob shots with the IS-6 as we move forward. And the IS-6 is dead. So we're just going to move out here. I'm not terribly worried about much. I have enough health that I can pretty much just fight with anything. So I'm just going to charge through, see what I can shoot at. There's a GW Panther in there. I would like to kill some artillery. Hit him on the move. But someone else takes him out. And then there's a Jackson. I missed the shot. He bounces off my nice, solid chunk of frontal armor. I take out the Super Pershing. And then I come around to work on this Jackson. who is not having a great day, and dies. So that's a 5-kill game. It was a very nice game, and we will see that when we are done looking at all those games, how well I did. So on to the next game. I'll see you then. Hello, and this is the second replay. And these last two replays are going to be actually games in team battles. I was playing team battles the other night and had a really good team going. I was having some awesome games in the FCM, and I was I was explaining this vehicle to the leader of the team, in this case the Rake 115, exactly what this vehicle was, because he had known nothing about it, and well, let's just say these games impressed him about this vehicle. So we are here on Himmelsdorf, with a pretty even matchup. They have a very interesting, actually it's not necessarily an even matchup, because the Super Pershing is weaker in these types of games if it's not firing gold, though it's definitely doable. The Panther II is more specialized in sitting back and sniping, so it's a little awkward for this map. And the Tiger II actually can do pretty well here, but our team is more well suited for this map. So they are going to, the two IS-3s I believe are going to go push the 3 line, and me and the Tiger II are going to push the 8 line. Well, not push, we're going to sit in defensive positions. And then the T1 is going to go check out the hill, I believe, while the 1390 goes back into the park, to the train yard, whatever you want to call it, not a park. So the Tiger II appeared to be AFK, so I was kind of worried. We're kind of worried for this game, so we're just going to move up and sit here, get the best defense we can. So I'm just going to sit in this spot where my armor's pretty angled, turret's showing, and see if anything comes. So we're just going to sit in defensive positions until we spot something, and then we're going to strike wherever we deem necessary. So yeah, I apologize for the boring portion of this video, but hey, it has to happen. And oh, first contact, Panther II on the 3 line. So also, our Tiger II is no longer AFK, so he's moved up to support us here. So I'm going to let him push forward, now that we know where at least one of the enemy vehicles are. And I will try to support him to my best I can, making sure I don't go too far ahead without him in front. Though I am being a little too aggressive here. Need to wait for him to go ahead. He has the armor. Appears that there is nothing on this path so far. T1 hasn't found anything. The 1390 has not found anything either. So it appears they're going in a defensive shell around their base. So being extra careful as we come around the street, and we still find nothing. Oh, contact. Panther II in their capture circle. So, and there's the Tiger II and the IS-3. There's the other Panther II. We need to get around. We need to get some flanking shots to these guys, especially those Panther IIs, because they're currently holding us off from being able to completely just obliterate those two heavies. So we need to... Oh, Super Pershing. Can't just ignore him. He'd prevent us from getting to the Panther IIs. Let's put some shots into him. And he's just sitting there. Oh, there we go. He backs off. Here I leave our Tiger II to hopefully go take care of that. I'm not too concerned about the Super Pershing. I need to put some flanking shots into these Panther IIs. So I'm going to concentrate this Panther II. Light him up, which is really nice. Should be able to finish him off in one more shot now. Pop around, and he's dead. So one of the Panther IIs that was a threat is now down. I need to work on the other Panther II. Took a shot from the Super Pershing there, but once again our Tiger II should be coming around that corner, so I should be free to pop out again pretty soon. I see there that the Super Pershing seems to have retreated around the corner, so I'm just going to keep popping out in this Panther 2. Put a shot through his front. Now I'm not going to let him get cheap shots off on me, so I'm being a little careful here. Fix my track there. And one more shot will finish him off, but he's blocking up behind that dead tank pretty well. And I'd like to get a free shot off here without taking any return fire, because I do only have 816 health. So I really don't want to lose health here, but I need to start moving in to support the 1390, so I'm just going to have to take it. I unfortunately bounce, but the Tiger II sweeps through and wipes it up. And now the T-32 is sitting there in the open. Fortunately, hit his front. Stop to make sure we get a shot. Tiger II is going to throw one into him probably. No, Tiger II does not have a shot or something, I can't tell. But I'll be able to easily finish off this T-32. And now this Tiger II is toast because we all have more health than him and he's in a bad position. So that's GG. Good game. So that was a very good game for me. You'll see how that ended up at the end. And let's head on to the next team battle replay. And welcome to the third replay. A little story about that last replay. I ended up recording all the audio without the video, so then I had to set up the video with the audio, and it might sound a little weird. I don't know why my reticle changed again. Oh, I selected the wrong one. The replay system is still pretty much broken in terms of your settings. But let's get going. So yeah, I apologize if that last game sounds a little weird or whatever. It's going to be a little derpy on sound, video stuff. So once again, same team battle, same group of guys. We have another T1 now, and now we are spread out FCM IS-3 Tiger IIs and 1390. I'm going to pause it for a second. And the enemy team is a clan, so they're going to have a lot of coordination, probably a lot of strategy going on, and they have a pretty good standard setup of 2 IS-3s, a T-32, a T-34, an ISU, and a T-1. So we need to decide how to play this game. So I wish I had the audio from all of us talking about strategy and such, but such is not the case. And essentially, I think me and the IS-3 are going to head, or is just I'm trying to remember. Me and the 1390 are going to head up the 1 line, while all the heavies are all going to pile around F6 on the inside of the tracks. So it's a very interesting strategy, but I like it because it lets me to go to a part of the map where I can easily snipe and possibly abuse speed and flanking opportunities. So I'm going to make sure this 1390 is ahead of me, so we have a nice view of the battlefield. Not because I have a bad view range, I probably have the same view range as him, but he has much better camo than I do, and I don't really feel like being shot. So the T1's going to go get the first look for us, so we can see if we can move forward, whatever. T1 has not spotted anything yet, so we're going to move up 1. And, oh, there's an enemy T1. Let's get him out of the game so that they have no more disposable eyes left. And it appears we've spotted 2 of their heavies on the inside corner opposite of our heavies. And there's an ISU sitting on the back tracks. We both have lost our T1s, so there's not much to scout anymore. So we're going to have to do some scouting for ourselves, move up, see what we find. We're pretty confident that we're not going to run into much. We do see a T-34 here, so we're going to have to work on him. Because we saw the ISU on the other side, we didn't have to worry about him. T-34 should be pretty easy to deal with. 1390 will be able to volley shots into him pretty soon. And we'll be pretty much done with him. There comes a 1390. And 1390 is probably going to finish him off. So, need to let the 1390 reload now. So I'm going to move up, see if I can cover him. Oh, and the ISU gets him, which is unfortunate, but I need to stay in here. I'm probably not spotted at the moment. And I need to see if I can get flanking shots on those IS-3s sitting up in the corner if the opportunity presents itself. And the T-32 appears to be all the way over on the hill, which is completely not of concern at all until he starts heading back to cap, in which case our heavies can probably deal with him. So we're just going to sit here, and I'm asking our heavies at this point, can you just pop over and spot them maybe? I probably have a pretty good view at them. So, but we gotta be cautious, so I'm just waiting here, seeing when they have an opportunity to move up, maybe push a little, and then fall back down so I can get some shots into their sides. And there we go. There's a IS-3, who I'm just going to batter with a couple of shots. That one hits the turret. And I'll be able to get another one in here. That one definitely hit. So I did a little bit of damage there, but I really need them to be spotted for a little bit longer, and they need to not be down in the depression where they are right now. I don't really want to move, because moving could mean I could compromise my position to that ISU 152 sitting on the tracks. So I'm pretty much just going to sit here for a while until I decide that maybe I should do something. There's the IS-3 again. Throw a shot into his side again. He's probably pretty pissed off. He has no idea what's hitting him, how, when, or why. And we will finish him off. So that's our second kill of the game. Earlier taking out that T1. And the IS-3 appears to be coming over here, so I need to move and deal with him, because he has almost certainly spotted me at 147 meters away. So if I can get down low into this depression, perhaps I can avoid the fire from that ISU. Ram him for good measure. We have the speed, and we're about the same weight. So now we'll flank around him. That shot bounces oddly. He's probably going to put another one into me, maybe? Nope. Someone else hits him, and I'm able to finish him off, so that's 3 kills. Now we got to deal with this ISU, which is never a guaranteed, but he's on pretty low health, and I should be able to pop over this ridgeline here and throw a shot into him. There we go. And at this point, he's pretty toast. Tiger 2 takes him out, so now I just need to head back and reset the cap. Should be able to take out a T-32 pretty easily with what we have left. So that was a situation that was not the greatest, but through a little bit of patience and spotting, we were able to overcome their little pocket of heavy sitting there. And the T-32 didn't really get into the action, which is not good for them. So that's a big reason why they did not succeed in this game, but there's the T-32. Let the gun aim. See if we can hit the machine gun port just in case we do bounce. We aim for that portion of the tank. That one bounces, even though I would have thought that would have hit the roof armor and went through. And that one hits the turret. But it's okay, because this has been a good game. IS-3 finished them off. And, yeah, good game. So those are my 3 replays in the FCM 50t. Let's head over to the after action report and see exactly how well we did in these games. Welcome to the after action report. Here's the first game, the random battle on Himmelsdorf, which we rolled over the top of the hill and did some stuff. 83,000 credits. I have premium at this time because of the bonus code. And 3,422 experience. Of course, that doubled for the first victory and has premium bonus, so we'll see the base XP and the base XP value in the team score. But what did I do damage-wise here? I did 634 damage to that IS-3, 215 to that IS-6, 126 to finish off the Super Pershing, 795 with 2 hits and a ram to that Waffenträger, 241 to the Tiger, 206 to the GW Panther, 102 to finish off the KV-1S, 261 to the Jackson, 153 to the ELC, and 280 to the Lukes. So in terms of criticals, we also destroyed the track of the IS-3, destroyed the track of the Waffenträger, and destroyed the fuel tank of that KV-1S. Spotting damage, 267 to the IS-3, 4 to the IS-6. Don't even know why I deserve 4 spotting damage, but whatever. And 89 to the E2. Along with a detect of the GW Panther. So, yeah, let's see exactly what that goes towards base experience-wise. In the team score, we had 1,141 experience with 3,013 damage and 5 kills. So we were able to double our health and damage, which is a very nice sum at tier 8. And as you see here in the detailed report, is very profitable, especially with a premium account, netting me 74,000 credits. Without a premium, which what I usually would have, would be 46, which is a nice sum. Shots fired 21, direct hits 15, 13 penetrations. Like I said, I was experimenting with some weird aiming things, and that shot at the front of the IS-3 was a little not smart, but we received 6 hits, 3 non-penetrations, so that's nice. We were able to abuse the armor a little bit. And potential damage received, 760, not much. And 1 enemy spotted, 10 enemies damaged, 5 enemies destroyed, with 360 spotting damage. So yeah, that was a pretty nice game. Let's get on to the next one. The first team battle on Himmelsdorf, where we see that the team battle has some very nice multipliers built in. So we had 101,000 credits, 2,049 experience earned. That is not a double, but that is with premium. So we did 644 damage to the T-32 at the end, 920 to one of the Panther 2s, and 1,129 to the other Panther 2, well as 479 to the Super Pershing, all while damaging the ammo rack of the T-32, damaging the ammo rack of the Panther 2, damaging the engine, ammo rack, fuel tank, radio, and injuring the driver of the other Panther 2, as well as damaging the track of the Super Pershing. So over in the team score, that equates to 1,242 base experience, and once again around 3,000 damage, so certainly doing my work to put out some damage and just make this tank useful with its gun getting around the battlefield, putting in some flanking fire. So detailed report, 15 shots fired, 14 direct hits, 12 penetrations, took some awkward shots at that Panther 2. Those are the 2 bounces. Or actually one of the bounces is on the move on that T-32, but whatever. So for 3,172 damage, 4 hits received, 3 pens, 1 non-pen. Kind of expected facing tier 8 vehicles, so you're not going to bounce much, but 960 potential damage received, 4 enemies damaged, 2 enemies destroyed. So even though I did not have a lot of spread out damage, well, you can't really spread out damage that much in a team battle, but I concentrated those 2 Panther 2s down and did a lot of damage to those 2 vehicles. As you see, team battle is very nice. Even with standard account, I would have gotten 62,000 net, but with premium, 92,000 in my pocket, thank you. So moving over to the last game, that was on Prokhorovka. We got 140, I wish, 104,000 credits, 1,739 experience, again with premium. And damage-wise, we did 1,110 to the side of that IS-3, 926 to the side of the other IS-3, 214 to that T-32, 985 to the T-34 we found on the one line. 250 to that ISU on shot in the move, and of course the 115 one-shot to the T1. Along with some criticals as well, damaging the fuel tank and the track and destroying the fuel tank of the IS-3, destroying the track of the other IS-3, injuring the radio operator, the T-34, and damaging the fuel tank, the ISU, as well as 400 spying damage to the IS-3, who's probably the one who charged up at me. Over in team score, we see that it was a 1,054 base experience game with 3,601 damage. So very, very nice game, putting out a lot of damage in that flanking fire. Very well played game by the entire team. So that was very nice. I very much enjoyed that night playing with these guys. And detailed report, we see that I fired 20 shots, 19 direct hits, 15 penetrations, for 3,601 damage. Only received one hit, which penned, which is not surprising. With 390 potential damage received, 390 spine damage as well, with 6 enemies damaged and 3 destroyed. So we actually were distributing the damage. We got around and damaged everybody on the enemy team, I believe. So yeah, along with 5 base defense points on that T-32. And we netted 96,000 credits, which would have been 64 with the standard account. So yeah, that was a very nice game for me, and it was very enjoyable in being in that team battle. So until next time, guys, I will see you guys then.